morning, everyone. I'm Dr.A.Leema Rose, Associate Professor, Department of Civil Engineering, SRM Valliame Engineering College. I have more than 20 years of experience. Presently, I'm working as an Associate Professor at SRM Valliame Engineering College, presenting this guest lecture on future trends in civil engineering. These are all the 7 wonders of the world. So we know the 7 wonders of the world, actually Taj Mahal, Christ Redeemer from Brazil, Petra, Jordan, Great Wall of China, the Colosseum, Rome, Machu Picchu from Peru, and Chichen Itza from Mexico. So these are all the 7 wonders of the world. So civil engineering is the mother of all engineering. Why? Because it existed long before any of other contemporary engineering fields. So really, we are all very proud to be a civil engineer because as long as humans exist, the demand for buildings, roads, houses, transportation, sewerage, canals, bridges and dams are going to be there. So therefore, you can be rest assured that civil engineers are never going to be jobless, be it in the present or in the future. So be very proud to be a civil engineer. Being a civil engineering graduate, you must have some prerequisites. You must have some fundamentals. What are the fundamentals? What are the things needed for this being an engineering graduate, especially being a civil engineering graduate? You people are doing outcome-based education. You can attain from your 4-year course. In addition to this 4-year course, you have to develop your skill according to your field of interest. So that first you have to narrow down your interest and then you must have some positive attitude. Being a civil engineer, this attitude is very, very, very important. Then only you will be a successful engineer. So just pausing is not important. So you must have some skill, you must have some attitude. That is very, very important. So the strong common sense is very, very important for a civil engineer. As being a civil engineer, the formula for the success of civil engineering is you must have some intelligence, hard work, just a least bit of intelligence and hard work, attitude and smart work. That is very, very important for the success of civil engineers. What will be the career opportunities for civil engineering? Field job. If you want, you can go for field work. If you interested in ME or PhD or doctoral studies, you can go for research. And if you are interested in management study, you can go for the management. These are career options of civil engineering. If you want to go for a field job, you can go with any of the private sector or public sector or any of the government sector. If you want to go for a research, you can go for a MTech, PWD or scientist. You can also, if you are interested in, if you have very much interested in research, you can approach ISRO. ISRO is nothing but Indian Space Research Organization and Baba Atomic Research Center, Defense Research and Development Organization. And if you are interested in management, you can join PGDBM. PGDBM is nothing but PGDBM. You can join in IIM, that is Indian Institute of Management. You can also join a National Institute of Construction Management and Research. So you can join any one of the central government sector. You can do any one of your research activities. So if you go for the private sector, we will have many opportunity in the private job. You can choose a building design, you can choose the construction, you can choose the real estate, you can choose the water resources water resources, you can choose any hydraulic structure, or you can choose any infrastructure and highways, airports, or a special economic zone. You can also choose any construction planning and management sector. You can choose any sector in private sector. Very popular companies are available. So actually opportunities are there, but provided The graduates are not updated that skills. That is the nowadays demand. So the opportunities are very large, and civil engineering is concerned. We have many opportunities. In public sector is concerned, we have many sectors. NTPC is nothing but National Thermal Power Corporation and National Hydroelectric Power Corporation and Indian Railway Construction Company Limited and the Research Institute of Telecommunications. RITE is nothing but Research Institute of Telecommunications. AI is nothing but Airport Authority of India, and Hall is nothing but Hindustan Aeronautics Limited, and NOL is nothing but National Aerospace Laboratories. These are all the public sector. SAIL is one of the important public sector in civil engineering is concerned. That is Steel Authority of India. So, and then Bharat Heavy Electrical Limited, and we have some oil sectors also. ONGC is nothing but Oil and Natural Gas Corporation India Corporation, and IOCL is nothing but Indian Oil Corporation Limited, and HPCL is nothing but Hindustan Petroleum Corporation Limited, and GAIL is nothing but Gas Authority of India Limited. So we have many opportunities of that. So provided you must know what are all the facilities we have, why we are, where we are lacking. That is what our outcome-based education. As I said earlier, we are doing the outcome-based education. Outcome-based education means and graduate must have the knowledge, skill, and attitude. So in addition to your 4 years course, that is, we know our lacking, we know our gap. So we can update that gap. We can go, we have many opportunities. We can choose any one of the opportunities. So you have the plenty of sectors, provided you must know what is available to choose and what is your gap. That is what very important. So we will have the government sector also. For you can also try for civil services, that is IAS, Indian Administrative Service, Indian Police Service, Indian Foreign Service. Like that, you can select any one of the government sector. Even in the Tamil Nadu Public Service sector, we will have the combined engineering services examination also. So we will have the plenty of opportunities in the, and especially this government opportunity is available only for the civil engineers when compared to the other disciplines. So we have the plenty of opportunities, provided we must have update yourself. So you have to update yourself. You have the opportunity. So you have to update yourself. You know your gaps. You have to fill that gap to attain your goal. So innovative technology and materials. What are all the innovative technology available in civil engineering sector? We have many innovative technology. I have listed only few of things here. The construction of 3D printing. What is 3D printing? The method of manufacturing construction elements or entire building by means of a 3D printer or printing concrete or polymer or metal or any other material layers by layer. So we will have 4D printing and 5D printing also. Nowadays we have many printing technology buildings are available in foreign countries. And then swarm construction. Swarm construction is nothing but the multi-robot construction platform. That is what the swarm construction is. Every building, the building is constructed by using the robot. This is what the swarm construction. And then smart building. The building that uses both the technology and the process. So if you are using the technology in addition to the process, that is what the smart building. So the building that uses both technology and process to create the facility that is safe and healthy and comfortable manner and enables the productivity. It increase, when we go for the smart building, it enables the productivity. So that the industrialization will improve. So the smart buildings are very essential in current scenario. And then smart city. The smart city is nothing but the uses for the information and communication technology to improve the operational efficiency and share the information with the public. That is what the smart cities. So nowadays in current scenario, that is also very important. And vertical city is nothing but high scraper structure. So with the constrained places, we have go for, if you don't have any space, we are in a position to go for the number of, we have to increase the number of stories. So in that case, we are moving to the vertical city. So the vertical city is nothing but the massive high scraper. So, and then here in this massive high scraper, we are implementing the advanced application, so which aims to provide the innovative services. Nowadays, we are moving with the prefabricated structures. For we can construct many bridges and highway bridges. So that and all coming under smart concrete. And then self-healing concrete. So the many of the researchers are nowadays focuses on the self-healing concrete. That is the ability of the concrete to repair its cracks autogeneously. So the cracks has to be repaired autonomously. It repairs by using the concrete. Concrete itself heals the cracks, repairs. It healings autogeneously or autonomously. So that is what the healing concrete. Because we are also called the self-healing concrete is self-repaired concrete. What the self-healing concrete? Another important technology is atomic research. That is the technology. These are some of the innovative technology and innovative materials. This is one of the innovative form of the future. This is constructed by 3D printing technology. This is some example for the offices. And then images for vertical cities. If you have constraint in the width, we can go for the number of stories. In that case, we can create many number of vertical cities. These are all the examples for vertical cities. These cities are these buildings are located in the Korea and Dubai. And infrastructure development. So recently we must have the infrastructure development. So today in today's scenario, we have the housing demand in India. So how can we develop the infrastructure in the form of developing the road, port, airport, railways, power? By developing these infrastructure only, we can fulfill the housing demands in India. So what will be the emerging trends in the concrete technology? So nowadays we have the high strength and high performance concrete and self-compacting concrete, fiber reinforced concrete. In addition to the steel reinforcement, we have we can provide the additional reinforcement. We have many emerging trends, fiber reinforced polymers, FRP. We have different types of fiber reinforced polymers. So this FRPs give more strength when compared to the steel, Fe415, Fe500 or grade of the steel. So it gives more strength when compared to the steel. 5 times or 6 times it gives more strength. Nowadays we will have the many materials. So high volume fly ash concrete. Fly ash is one of the admixture. We can use it for the construction purpose. Reactive powder concrete, RPC, self-healing concrete, already I have mentioned, that is autogeneous curing concrete, bacterial concrete, cement and admixtures. We have many concrete materials are available. So emerging trends and construction technology. We have many technologies, that is pre-engineered building, precast building, construction equipments and fast track construction, tilt up construction, ground freezing, high-rise buildings and soundless demolition systems are nowadays available. We have many technologies. These are all some examples for precast structure. What do you mean by precast and prefabricated structures? In olden days, we have in the masonry construction. Then the masonry construction has been moved on to the reinforced plain cement concrete. Then that has to be moved on to reinforced cement concrete. Nowadays, we are in prefabricated structure, precast construction. We can many new technology in the precast construction. These are all the some panels, some modules in the precast construction. These are all some examples of precast constructions. So this is liquid granite. This is one important sensitiles, translucent concrete and bendable concrete. So nowadays we have all the possibilities in all in civil engineering scenario. So these are all some modern materials, electrified wood. So nowadays we have wood also, wood concrete. We can use the wood is also one of the reinforcing materials. Electrified wood, fly ash unified eco bricks and bulk siding and shingles are also nowadays available. And plastic is one criteria of steel structure. So in the plastering also nowadays we will have the spray. So what are the advantages? What are all the benefits of this spray plaster? It will be very smooth. Here we have the time saving. When compared to the precast structure, that is more time consuming in precast structure. Prefabricated structures are more time consuming when compared to the casting situ structure. This is mostly in the light colored plaster walls with the uniform quality. So it ensures the quality again. So that is the quality is very important in civil engineering is concerned. So what will be the role of civil engineers for the global challenges? So that is very important. What will be the role of civil engineers actually? So here the urbanization. Urbanization is very important, and then habitat, and then environment, infrastructure and sustainability. These are all the major global challenges of this 21st century. These are all the challenges for civil engineers. So by planning, by exploiting of resources, building and maintaining the civil engineers and relevant adjacent disciplines have been carrying a large responsibility. Being a civil engineer, we must have some large responsibility for the existing environment problems. For example, for any problem, we will have many environmental issues nowadays. For any problem in the society, being a civil engineer, we only closely associated with the society. If any issue happen, for whatever may be the issue, for example, earthquake, flood, whatever may be the societal issue, being the civil engineer, we have the more responsibility. The problem happened by any one of the civil engineer, the problem rectifier is also the civil engineer. So civil engineers are more responsible. So 70% of problems happened because of civil engineers only. So civil engineers are responsible for all the material uses in the world. So we have to be aware of the usage of material, and civil construction has been dominating the growth of the developing world for the next decades. So that is very important with the enormous impact on the global climate as well as the distribution of the wealth and quality of the living in the world. So today we have many variety of sustainable construction technologies. So we move on to that sustainable technologies. So then only we can avoid the problems or any hazardous any exploitations. We can avoid the exploitations. And also, being a civil engineer, we must have the planning, we must have the maintenance. That is very important to avoid these type of exploitations. So we supposed to avoid the exploitations of resources. Nowadays we are exploiting everything. Natural resources are concerned with civil engineers. If soil is soil is one of the natural resources. We concerned about the soil. We are not supposed to waste. We are not supposed to waste the soil engineer. We are not supposed to exploit the sand. Sand is also the one of the natural resource. Water is, we are not supposed to waste the water. We have applied the innovative technology. We have only small quantity of the quality and quantity of water management is very, very, very important. That is what we studied in hydraulics. We must determine, we as a civil engineer, we must able to manage, to be able to arrive the quality and quantity of water, then only we can able to distribute that water to all the sector. So then only we can we can avoid the exploitations of resources. So water is also another resource. So whatever may be the natural resource, we are not supposed to exploit the usage of that resources. We have all the sciences in our hand. We have all the technologies in our hand. So we have to be aware to usage of resources. As a civil engineer, we must have that responsibility. That is very, very, very important. Being civil engineering is concerned, we have new engineering profiles, many new profiles. In future, we will have the civil engineers need to be trained to operate close to the natural sciences. We have many sciences. We will have all the sciences. So we have to be close to the sciences and in more to the global environment. Both analysis and design are interlinked. So we will have the many methodologies, many advanced methodologies in the structural analysis. So we must have thankful to the ever-growing population and the improvement of the standards of living all around the world. There is a constant demand for the infrastructure in the developing countries and a strong need of existing infrastructure to be replaced or repaired in the developing countries. So nowadays, combine these with the expected shift to the renewable energy sources. So there is a continual increase in the number of potential projects for civil engineers all over the world. So we must thankful to this ever-growing population. So up to this, I will end to my presentation. So one thing, we are being a civil engineer, we are the creators. So we are next to the God. So be proud to be a civil engineer. Thank you, Ananda.